días a todos. Ya aquí en el último día de esta FEVIE 2021, nos da muchísimo gusto estar otra vez ya aquí terminando y en este día de feria. Como les recuerdo, FEVIE, a los que no han estado, pero creo que ya me han escuchado durante estos 3 días, es un evento que creó Grupo Rash para estar cerca de sus clientes, Feria Virtual de la Industria Eficiente, en donde les vamos a conocer nuestras representadas y las diferentes empresas del grupo para que podamos estar más cerca de ustedes y sigan conociendo el portafolio que ofrecemos como Rash. Esto pues a raíz de las condiciones que vivimos, no queremos quedarnos afuera ni lejos de ustedes, y es por eso que invitamos a algunas de nuestras representadas. Antes de pasar a nuestro invitado del día de hoy y darle la palabra a Elba, que estará aquí llevando este evento, algunos puntos generales del evento. Les recuerdo que tenemos para en específico, si el problema técnico nos los permite, tener la interpretación, está lista. Ahí abajo en el Zoom hay un botón y pueden perfectamente ponerle la traducción en español en vivo. Que por favor apaguen sus micrófonos para que podamos nosotros no tener ruido y hacer un mejor evento. Y les recordamos que está grabando y va a estar disponible en cuanto nuestra representante nos autorice nuestras plataformas y canales de YouTube a partir de la semana que entra. Y por último, bien importante, ya al final y antes de despedirnos, vamos a subir una encuesta rápidamente al Zoom, muy breve. Nos gustaría que nos ayuden para que, por favor, podamos tener su retroalimentación y mejorar estos eventos. Bueno, pues ya sin más preámbulo y dando aquí unos minutitos, presento a Elba Barbosa, ejecutiva de ventas de Rash Procesos en la zona norte del país. Y bueno, Elba, bienvenida y pues mucho éxito. Saludos.
Gracias Gerardo. Buenos días a todos, bienvenidos nuevamente. Bueno, pues en este webinar les queremos presentar nuestra representada Nemesis. Es una empresa italiana, tiene más de 38 años en el mercado y equipos en 52 países alrededor del mundo. Y bueno, pues cuenta con múltiples aplicaciones, desde farmacéutica, cosmética, hasta el ramo de la metalmecánica, automotriz. Realmente sus aplicaciones son bastante amplias. Voy a empezar a compartir mi pantalla, en lo que le damos un poquito más de tiempo a Andrea para que se conecte. Inicialmente quiero ponerles el video de la compañía para que puedan conocer un poco más quiénes son y lo que hacen. Así puedo ya compartir, ¿verdad?
Sí, ya puedes.
Ok, ahí están viendo ya mi pantalla, ¿verdad?
Sí, ya la vemos.
Okay.
Sí, puedes subir tu volumen para escucharlo. Elba, creo que no escuchamos el sonido del video. Si quieres,
¿Qué pasó?
No lo escuchamos. Si quieres, lo puedo poner yo.
Ok. Déjame detener la presentación. Listo.
Hi, Elba.
Hi, Andrea. We already put the Nemesis presentation,
Okay.
the video, so they already looking at them. So if you want, we let the video to go on, and then you start. I just present yourself, and I leave you there.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Por favor, Esther. Gracias.
Other inline devices is our priority to make the machine useful for the production process. The MID and OIML certification, complying with the law, ensure reliability and performance over time while protecting your relationships with customers. The operation and maintenance cost will be minimized. Friendly product. The intelligent design.
Elba, lo vamos a repetir porque creo que no se escuchaba en muchas partes. ¿Te parece bien?
Y mejor, Esther, desde el inicio ya con el sonido, por favor.
Ok, ahí va.
Since 1976, Nemesis has designed high-quality control systems, paying attention to performance and efficiency of the processes. We are a dynamic company, and we offer a wide range of products entirely manufactured in Italy, sold worldwide through a wide network of distributors. Thanks to EasyWay technology, we offer an innovative, extremely easy-to-use, and environmentally friendly product. The intelligent design of the system allows an energy savings of over 50% in the assembly processes and up to 80% on power consumption during operation using only low voltage. We offer a very compact product. It can be integrated seamlessly into any production line thanks to hundreds of available configurations and custom solutions. The system requires no calibration with the product to be weighed, avoiding user-costly and repetitive manual operations. The integration with other inline devices is our priority to make the machine useful for the production process. The MID and OIML certification, complying with the law, ensure reliability and performance over time while protecting your relationships with customers. The operation and maintenance cost will be minimized thanks to a quick availability of spare parts and to a reactive service network. Research and development in check weighers ensures the use of latest technology and continuous innovation. Nemesis, 40 years of passion for weighing.
Good morning.
Muchas gracias.
Okay.
Recuerden, antes de que empiece a hablar Andrea, recuerden que tienen la traducción tanto en español como en inglés. Si quitan alguna de las dos traducciones, van a escucharlo en italiano con Andrea. Andrea.
Yes, good morning.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So Andrea is a sales representative for Nemesis. He's in charge of doing all the requests from the customers and the technical information, the drawings and everything. He's in charge. So I leave you here, Andrea, so you can start the presentation.
Okay, perfect.
If you need to share your screen, go ahead.
Yes, I start immediately to share my screen. So I can have, okay, here we are. Okay, good morning, everybody. You see the Nemesis presentation. We are manufacturer of checkweigers since 1976. And in the company presentation, you see some of the main characteristics of Nemesis checkweiger. First of all, I want to share with you these movies that show a very big advantage of Nemesis system compared to competitive checkweiger. That is the pitch required between one product and the consecutive one. As you can see, a standard checkweiger requires a gap between one product and the following one equal to the length of the weighing conveyor, because you can weight only one product at a time. And the distance between product is the key factor to get a good result. And is one of the most difficult things to achieve, because depending from the production line, you can have random loading, you can have a stream of product, you can have molding machine. So reach a very big gap is an hard issue. Thanks to EasyWeight technology, instead of requiring a distance, a gap equal to the length of the conveyor, we can work in this way. I show you. As you can see, the distance that we require is equal to the length of the weighing conveyor less the length of the product. This means that we can reach a very high throughput with a very low speed of the conveyor. And this means that we can solve a lot of issues that that is linked to the production line. This kind of behavior is one identificative, one skill of Nemesis, because we are very fast in checking the weight and make an auto zero. This reduces a lot the cost of maintenance, because the conveyors run at lower speed, means lower power consumption, means lower damage of the wearing part, and means also an highest accuracy, because obviously as fast as you go, as hardest is to detect the properly weight. So this one is one of the characteristics that distinguish Nemesis versus competitors. I would like to show you some of the series of machine that we have in our portfolio. So we can start with the S-series Checkweiger. This one, this Checkweiger is specialized for pharmaceutical company. So the main characteristics is that they are very small footprint, because generally Nemesis Checkweiger has a footprint, a total length of the machine for a standard Checkweiger that is roughly half a meter less than competitors. And for a combo unit, Checkweiger plus metal detector, about 1 meter less. The S-series is for the pharma company, has a very small weighing conveyor and has a very high accuracy, because generally in a Checkweiger, as smallest is the product, as highest is the accuracy that you require. So the S-series can reach a production rate of 600 pieces per minute and can have a maximum scale range of 600 grams. Here we have an example, a study case of a Nemesis S-series Checkweiger for spray and bottles that I would like to share with you. That has the great advantage that you can install the Checkweiger in parallel to the existing feeding line or in line, and has these special devices that are pair of feeding belt. Sorry that I need to. Okay, this pair of feeding belt allow to transport the product, lifting the product from the tabletop conveyor, and provide it with the same pitch to our Checkweiger. And as you can see in slow motion, the product is very stable when you load it in our conveyor, and avoid the problem that the in-feed conveyor with very big diameter can can provide a lot of vibration and the risk of falling down. Furthermore, the solution is studied. As you can see, the existing long conveyor of the customer, we can, thanks to the feeding belt, we can bring the product from the main line, make the check in parallel in our Checkweiger, and if it is correct, we'll go again in the main line. Otherwise, we can reject it. And this one, we can say that is for the S-series, is for the small and high accuracy Checkweiger. Then we have, I can show you the C-series Checkweiger. That is the Checkweiger, we can say standard solution, okay, and we can customize it with a lot of different options. It is good for, we can say, all of the field that can be weighted, and the maximum scale range is 8 kilograms. Generally, Nemesis has a very wide portfolio solution, so we can say that everything that can be weighed over in a line, we have a special solution. As you can see, we have different type of rejector linked to the type of product. And here we have another study case, for example, in pasta field for a dual line checkwager. In this case, the spaghetti machine provide in parallel 2 packs at a time. Instead using a singularizator, we can install 2 parallel lines up to 5 different parallel lines. And as you can see, they are independently. So we can work with only one line or only with the other line. In the end, we have a air blast rejector that reject underweight product or overweight product, one side for one line and the other opposite side in the other line. And as you can see, they can work simultaneously. And we can change different parameter, one for each line. Let's continue with now the high weight checkwager. We can say overweight the checkwager for EV products, that is the H series. As you can see, the conveyor are much wider, and we can use it in logistics, in food, in main of the field where you have carton box or big containers. Here, the capacity of the checkwager can reach the 60 kilograms. And we have also solution that we can change the slope for round product. Here we can see another study case, for example, is for big jars, where instead of using standard tape, we use a modular plastic conveyor, so they cannot be damaged from the jars, and they have a very low friction. If it's needed, we can install also free roller conveyor for to collect the rejection. And as you can see, we can separate or in difference of speed or with the stop and start in feed conveyor. Let's continue. And we have the solution for unpacked food. And we can say that mainly the G series checkwager is IP66 machine. And it is mainly, as you can see, there is no frame, so it is very easy to sanitize. And we can use it with unpacked fish, cheese, meat. And the main characteristics is that it can wash down with low pressure using also the foam. Here you can see a study case of the G series for the meat, for the hamburger, or for fillet of meat, where we can see also the type of cleaning that you can apply. Obviously, this kind of product release a lot of blood, so requires every day an hard cleaning. As you can see, you can wash down, removing the tape. You see a lot of blood on the tapes. And we can use foam. So this one is a machine really IP66. So all everything, the load cell is stainless steel, the photo eyes are IP69K. So we can say that generally our system are basically IP65, but for the solution for unpacked cheese, unpacked food, unpacked meat, we require an highest type of protection. The next series of checkwager is, just a moment, because I lost. Here we are. I can go directly here. Sorry. We have the R series checkwager. This machine is for cans and jar. that are products that are require a very high speed generally, and linked to the fact that the glass and the jar can damage the tapes, we use this kind, the chain conveyor. In this machine, we can reach we can add additional option like fitting screw to separate the cans. We have a multi-progressive rejector to sort in different lines, underweight and overweight. And here we can see how it's working in high-speed Checkweiger for cans. Obviously, after there is a slow motion because it's too fast for our eyes to see it. As you can see, the real production rate is 600 pieces per minute. It's not something only on the brochure, but it's the real production rate of this machine. And we can see that there is, here we have a slow motion that we reject. No, here we can see that the fitting screw separate the queue of product to get the right pitch. And as you can see, the pitch we require, the gap required is very slow. Very low. And here we can see the rejection, and we can see it in slow motion, where the black one are underweight and the other one are the standard cans. And this machine is IP69K, so you can wash with also high pressure and hot water the machine. The last main, okay, so we see all type of the Checkweiger that we can provide. Just a moment that I... Here I am. Okay, sorry. Then we can see that further than the Checkweiger, we have also the combo unit where we can install the metal detector with the Checkweiger. The great advantage is that we reduce a lot the space required, because generally a metal detector requires a long conveyor. We use directly the in-fit conveyor of the metal detector to install the metal detector, install his rejection system, and then we have the Checkweiger that check underweight and overweight product. And further than the combo unit, we can provide also the standalone metal detector that detect the metal that mainly are ferrous, non-ferrous, and stainless steel. And we can or reject the product with a side rejector, or we can just stop the machine, because generally the detection of the metal is very rare in a production line. It can happen that you have a machine that lost a bolt or a screw, or an operator that lost some pieces of metal during the production, but it's very rare. So sometimes if the production rate is not so high, we can also only stop the conveyor. Nemesis is very specialized for tailor-made solution. And we can see, for example, a grading system solution. In this case is for peppers, where we sort the weight after the Checkweiger in 6 different channels, depending from the weight. For example, those lower than 200 grammer, those between 200 grammer and 400 grammer, between 400 grammer, 600 grammer, and so on. And we can, here is a side rejector, but we can use also air blast rejector. We can use different type of rejector depending from the size and how hard or delicate is the product. This is a solution with 6 channels, but we can manage up to 16 different channels. The other main line that we can provide are the weight price labeling system. So we detect the weight, And with the weight detection, we can apply also the label with the price, depending from price per kilogram, barcode. And so it's a combined machine, also in this case, in a very small footprint. And we can apply the label from different sides. We can say depending from the production, the customer request, we can apply from the top, that is, we can say the most common solution, where it is done by eyebrow-ing the label over the product. Or we can make a machine with 4 conveyor, where between the last and the previous one, we install the labeler from the bottom, so the label are applied on the bottom. Otherwise, we can make it with an arm applicator in the front side, or air blasting from the side. Finally, in case it is an hard product and is difficult to stick a label because the surface is not flat, we can use an arm applicator. Or we have also solution for round product like a melon or a watermelon, where we have a special shape of the conveyor. After we can see a movie of this machine running. Then we have the top and bottom combined system, where you can select to apply the label only from the top, only from the bottom, or from top and bottom. Both of it, they can print variable value, or you can use in one of the two a fixed label, like if it is a standard applicator. And finally, there is the sieve wrapping labeler that allow to close, for example, the clamshell, and the label will be applied from the top, from the front, and from the bottom simultaneously. I want to share with you just some movies that show some of the... No, I want to show you, first of all, the watermelon weight price labeling system, for example. That is a special solution for round and cylindrical product, where you can see that watermelon, that notwithstanding they are waving, they are moving, we can apply the label and we have no problem with the weight, because easy weight technology allow a very good, we can say, easy immune to the vibration. We can compensate it because we have a very fast detection of the weight and a very good filtering. Now I want to show you some details of some devices we can install in our system, just to give you an idea of how many different solutions we can provide, tailor-made over customer solution. What I usually say is that we don't sell system, but we say solution. We sell solution. Because the checkwager, first of all, one of the main thing that can do a checkwager is to save money, because usually you need to provide a minimum weight to the customer, to the end users. And the only way, usually, if you don't check the weight of each product, is just a moment that I stop sharing so you can see me. Okay. Usually to guarantee 400 gram or 500 gram of product, the only way is to overfill. But the overfill is a cost. So if you make a detection of the weight of the 100% of production, you can be much more accurate on the filling machine. And that the final result that is that you save a lot of overweight products. And you can guarantee a good relationship with the end users, because you can prove that you are checking 100% of your production. Okay. I go to show you some other details of option that we can provide. Okay. For example, if you are a producer of orange, for example, all the product that are in net is very difficult to reject with a standard side rejector, because it can entangle. So we have this solution that is a flap fold down rejector. If it is starting. Sorry, but I have some problem. Okay. As you can see, when the net arrives, if it is underweight or overweight, can fall down. So you avoid any risk of entangle. If you have, for example, product that you want to divert in a second line, we can use a flipper rejector. That is, instead of a side rejector, it is like a side guide that guide your product outside. If you have duct of pasta that is very sticky product, for example, you can use the drop-down rejector. As you can see, this one is duct pasta. Before to be elaborated, we need to check the weight. If it is underweight, fall down. We have the progressive rejector that is used for cylindrical product, for example, or unstable product that allow to sort the product using this kind of finger arm applicator that divert glasses of a jar and so on, and they will go down one by one segment and go up, so you can go very fast and step by step they lift up when the product is diverted. Okay. I want to share with you also the movies of our YouTube channel where we can see some application. Okay. This one, for example, if you have a soft fruit, a good way that usually are very high expensive product, and there is a manual operation of filling, we can check. ¿Cómo? Hello? No.
No, continue, Andrea.
Sí, Andrea.
Oh,
Sí.
sorry. Okay, sorry. Okay, so here you can see, just a moment, I take the wrong movies. This one is much more indicating. As you can see, there is the standard checkwager that detects the weight of the single trace. If the product is correct, it will go straight on in the main line. If it is an underweight, it will be sorted in this line so the operator can fill the trace with the missing strawberry. If it is overweight, will go in this channel so the operator can leave the strawberry. And after they make the check, the sorting system put again the machine, the trace in the main line, so you can check again if the weight after the correction is correct. So the product, till you doesn't reach the right weight, it will stay on the line. The same it is for mushroom, for all the type of trays that there is a manual possibility before flow packing, because obviously when you make a flow pack is a cost after the rejection. In this way, you make the packaging only when the product has the right weight. Okay, I want to go back just in the main presentation, just for better I can go out and stop sharing, just to discuss with you, because I want, sorry about, where is, I lost the, Elba? I still connect, I don't see anyone.
Yes, Andrea, you're still
Okay.
connected.
Okay, now I see it. Okay, sorry. Okay. Can I, okay, just last things that is very important that I want to take care to say to you about EasyWake technology. One very big important details is that our system doesn't require any calibration and any learning. So when I want to start to make the checking of a new product, generally you need to pass several, in competitors machine, we can say you need to pass the same product several times. Then you need to check, so this is a manual operation that you need to check that the product is ever in the same position. When you make this learning procedure, you need to stop the machine and check if in static weight or in dynamic weight, you have the same result. Nemesis doesn't require any learning because when you start a new product, you just select what is the maximum minimum tolerance and you can start with the machine without any calibration, any learning procedure. So we can say that we can avoid human error and cost, I mean, loss of time when you want to create a new product. So we can say that the machine became plug and play. Okay. Do you have some question?
Ok. Si por favor alguien tiene alguna pregunta para Andrea, es momento de comenzar a hacerlas. Por favor las pueden poner en el chat o con mucho gusto pueden abrir su micrófono y les hacemos la traducción de la pregunta. Si quieren, en lo que se animan, tenemos aquí una pregunta. Andrea, para la serie R,
Yes.
¿qué volumen de botes o de botellas se pueden manejar?
Do you mean the maximum scale range? The maximum
Sí.
weight?
En este caso, también podrías explicar que tu banda puede ser de distintos anchos, entonces no tienes problema en el tamaño del bote, sino más bien sería en los pesos, ¿no?
Yes. Yes, we can change, we have a different scale range, so we can have, for example, those of them on the movies were for 500 grammar, but we can dimension the machine to use also larger cans, smaller can, either weight or lower weight, because, for example, some applications are for the tuna cans when the weight is very low, very small, so in this case, we reduce the scale range to have a better accuracy using a smaller load cell.
Ok. Esto también es para envases de plástico, ¿verdad?
Vale. But usually for the plastic is much better the tape because the use of the cans is linked to the fact that the series is a C series. We can use the plastic cans without any problem because it's very easy to transport and doesn't damage the tape. And the accuracy is the highest.
Ok. ¿Alguien más tiene alguna otra pregunta? A ver, aquí están haciendo por aquí otra pregunta. Cuando se trabajan las balanzas o las verificadoras en paralelo, ¿se pueden verificar dos productos distintos?
Yes, because I mean, together not. I mean, the pair of feeding belt can be regulated in width, so you can use a different layout. Obviously, not together. So you need to use before the production line for small product, then for biggest product, but it's very easy to regulate it.
Ok. Y para piezas pequeñas, por ejemplo, si hablamos de productos oftalmológicos que son botes muy pequeños, ¿también tienes alguna solución?
Vale. I can show you. Yes, we have. We can say that we can start for 25 millimeters of diameters. We have a special conveyor that the gap between consecutive product has very small roller, so it's about 2 or 3 millimeters, so they don't fall down. So we have solution also for drop ice bottles and so on. Maybe I have also movies on the website for this.
Ok. Me están preguntando, ¿qué tipo de reportes maneja? ¿Qué tipo de datos pueden obtener los clientes del HMI o del equipo?
Vale. The machine can optionally have analytics and data manager that get the data via TCP/IP. They are store all the data, all the single weight in real weight in SQL server. So you have all the single weight with the date and time, and you can export it in PDF, CSV, or XML file. and you have the average weight, you have the weight of the total product complying, weight of the underweight, percentage of discard, and you can also merge different batches to give overview statistic, for example, of one product in 1 month, to see the overall weight that you detect and so on.
Ok, entonces podríamos considerar que los equipos también cumplen CFR 21, parte 11.
Yes, we have also the option of the CFR 21, yes, part of 11.
Okay. Sí, esto porque a la mayoría de nuestros clientes farmacéuticas les interesa cumplir con esta normatividad.
Yes, vale.
Ok. El equipo lo puede manejar en distintos materiales, es decir, si no se requiere grado farmacéutico, sí tienes otras opciones, ¿verdad?
What do you mean? The manufacture, the machine manufacturing, you mean? The material for the machine?
Yes, sí.
All of our machines are IC304, and there are only some parts that are in aluminum, but because thanks to the flexibility, but the hard are coated. So they are, yeah.
Okay. ¿Alguien más tiene alguna otra pregunta? Bueno, vamos a darles un minutito más a ver si alguien se anima a hacer alguna otra pregunta, tiene alguna otra inquietud. Bueno, pues creo que no. Les pido por favor, Esther, ¿me apoyas con la encuesta? Les pido por favor nos apoyen con las preguntitas que les vamos a poner por ahí para que nos evalúen. Y pues cualquier otra duda o inquietud que tengan, si tienen alguna solicitud sobre balanzas dinámicas o verificadoras de peso, ya vieron todas la variedad de soluciones que les puede proveer Nemesis. Acérquense con nosotros y con mucho gusto los podemos apoyar con alguna inquietud que tengan. Creo que están ya por ahí terminando todos la encuesta. Y pues les agradecemos mucho su participación. Después tenemos nuestro webinar con... aquí tienen otra pregunta, perdón. Para hacer...
Yes, it's very fast, the replacement of the belt, because in the G series, mainly, there are only just 2 claps to remove it. And in the standard series, in any case, you don't require any tools because we use special tape that they doesn't require any regulation for the tracking. So it's just enough to unscrew with your hand the bolt that fix the conveyor. You can remove the tape conveyor, and with your hand you can remove the tape without any screw, without any tools. So it's very fast, the replacement of the tape.
Okay.
So I can estimate 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes.
Muy bien. ¿Alguien más? ¿Alguna otra pregunta? Bueno, pues creo que eso sería todo. Gerardo, ¿quieres agregar algo? O...
No, solamente agradecerles a los clientes que se metieron y que, bueno, pues ya les estaremos más en contacto para mandar información. Y Andrea, thank you very much for your participation and your information.
You're welcome. Thanks for your invitation.
Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Thank you. Bye.